Hi to everyone, myself Dr. S.P. Saranya, working at Dr. SNS College of Arts and Science in the Department of Commerce with Computer Application. Mm, Today we are going to see about the S3 and S4 object system in R programming. So first in R is everything is an object. So vectors, data frames, functions, models and variables is called the object in a R programming. So R is everything is an object. So and when we are work with complex data and want to organize things structured way, that means we have to use something called object oriented programming. That is OOPS concept. So there are two major OOPS system in R, just S3 and S4. So first, what is S3? So think S3 as the more flexible and informal system. It is easy to use and R creates S3 objects all the time behind the scenes. Okay, so for example, when you run LMF to create a linear mode. So S3 like organizing your nodes using sticky notes. It works, it's quick, but there are no strict rules. Okay, so S3 is the more flexible and informal way. So sample example, in S3 we don't formally define the structure of object. We just create and list out and give it a class name, and suddenly it's an object of that class. Okay, so methods of S3 is to define function for this object. We use generic functions like a print function or summary function, and write methods like print dot student, summary dot student. Okay, so and then next, what is S4 system? So S4 system is opposite of S3, that is it's more formal, requiring explicit class definition and method signatures. Okay, so S4 is more strict and formal and safer also. Okay, it's used when we need to clearly define the structure of an object, or we have to put it real data sets. We go with the option of S4. Okay, like that exact attributes, it's called slots and their data types. Okay, S4 is like a writing your notes in ruled notebook with labels and margins. So it's very organized one, is it? So key differences from S3 and S4 is we have to formally declare class using set class function. We define what slots the object must have, and we can set rules for what types of data goes into each slot. It helps prevent errors and keeps the code is well organized. Okay, now clear? S3 and S4 differentiate and key difference from S3. Okay, example explanation is, imagine you are creating a student class again. This time using S4, you tell to R exactly what is student object should look like. Okay, so a name is a character and age is a numeric. I want same data structure. Okay, so here R would won't let you cheat. If you try to give age as a character, it's still thrown an error. Okay, we have to get a date, get a age only in a numeric way. So simple comparison of S3 and S4 is, S3 is a informal and S4 is a more formal, and S3 is easy to use and S4 is comparatively bit more complex, and S3 is no type checking, and S4 is mainly data type checking, that is it's numeric data or character data. Okay, and the object creation, so in here S3 by assigning class is creating a object, and S4 is using a new function is creating a object creation. So method definition is in S3 is based on the naming, and using the S4 is set method of. And then finally we concluded here. So students, remember, use S3 when you want to work quickly and don't need to strict rules. So we are going with the choose with the S3 system. So in case we have to use S4 when you want to write clean, formal and large scale code, especially in packages or scientific computing. Even though they seem similar, S4 gives you more control and error checking, which is why advanced R users or package developers prefer it S4 system. Okay, so thank you for watching.